USC, UCLA, what a game. I mean, listen, obviously, Juju Watkins on fire. Her stat line is insane: 38 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 blocks. One of them coming, blocking Lauren Betts, who's like 7'9". That should probably be fact checked. Sew this woman a cape. Sew her a cape. Watkins was literally, it was so impressive. USC's victory was so impressive. The crowd, the atmosphere, the energy. Kevin Hart's on the sideline. Cheryl Miller, greatest of all time, on the sidelines. Just a really great win for USC. A couple talking points. The defense for USC, absolutely outstanding. Smothering defense really got UCLA out of their rhythm, especially the defense on Lauren Betts, who did literally the best job she could. But because the defense was so good on Betts and they had multiple players playing Betts, it caused so many turnovers. The entry passes into Betts were flying all over the court. I mean, they had 20 UCLA had 20 turnovers. I would guess 17 of them were missed entry passes, crappy entry passes into Lauren Betts. So that is something obviously they have to clean up. Love the game itself, the back and forth. USC comes out on fire, 6 of 7 Watkins from 3-point line, 25 points in the first half. They dominated the first quarter, but then UCLA chipping back, chipping back. They win the second quarter. Now they're down by like maybe 3 at halftime. They found the rhythm. They're working through Betts more. Kiki Rice's drives to the hoop, thing of beauty. Then they take over in the third quarter, up by 7. And if you watch a lot of UCLA games, this is when UCLA typically separates themselves, and all of a sudden the other team finds themselves down by 15, seemingly like, within a matter of minutes. USC hangs in there. Then Lauren Betts goes out for a stretch to rest, which she should, but I don't know. I feel like maybe the rest it was just too long to keep her off the court. We'll talk about that in a second. USC, there was a moment with about 6 minutes left in the game where I felt like UCLA was playing not to lose, and USC stepped it up and played to win. And I think that was the difference. They hit a different level. The entire game, you're like, give Watkins some support. Finally, in the last couple minutes, Howell hits a big three. Irfin steps in, gets a couple of boards, a couple of putbacks. Because the entire game, you're like, Watkins was like passing to Watkins and blocking, and then someone needs to give her more help. That is my only concern for USC moving forward. There's no way Watkins can keep up that stat line, can keep up that level of play, or be expected to have these otherworldly games to beat the biggest teams in basketball. And, team 1 through team 10, especially the top 6, you can't, you've got to give her help. Someone help her. Someone help her. That's my concern. She cannot keep up this pace for them to win a national championship. Okay, a couple UCLA talking. Obviously, coming into this game 23-0, I don't think this is a bad loss at all. Listen, the goal isn't to have an undefeated season. The goal is to win the national championship. And I think this loss exposed some like kind of glaring playing. Is that something, glaring playing? I don't know. Just some holes, just some stuff for UCLA to work on. So I think you spin it. This is a good loss. Got to clean up those entry passes into Lauren Betts. And overall, I just thought there was kind of this loss of identity. Besides Betts, like, who is stepping up? Who is claiming their stake? Who is like, give me the ball? I was like, Dukelich nowhere to be found. Jaquez nowhere to be found. Gardner. Kiki had some great drives, but also like, where's her jump shot? And I just felt like the offense of UCLA, listen, credit to USC for their defense, but I felt like there was like a real loss of like, as I say, identity. Who's stepping up, wanting the ball, being like, give me it. This is my moment, besides Lauren Betts. I think Coach Close has depth, which is amazing. And I like that she, there is, at times I like the revolving door. There's players going in and out and in and out. But I also think maybe the bad side of that is like, there's not enough actual time on the court for these players to get a rhythm, to say, hey, give me the ball, I'm on fire. We just didn't see that. So maybe, I don't know, something to look at, something to, kind of keep our eye on as we're moving forward into the season. But overall, I just keep thinking about that Notre Dame backcourt. You know, Hidalgo, Miles, Citron, better than the backcourt USC, better than UCLA backcourt. And so in my mind right now, do you flip Notre Dame number one and UCLA number two? Maybe. All I'm saying is in 3 days or in 2 days, we've got UConn, South Carolina, NCAA, women's basketball. So much fun. It's heating up. We've got these epic matchups. Let's get into it. I love it.